Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Paolo Morena and welcome to this, my third vlog from the studio at the end of the universe, my little studio here in Chelmsford, in Essex. Welcome. So last time I spoke to you has been a couple of weeks ago. We were looking at stuff that I was doing in the studio for the new album. Things that have been progressing quite nicely. We've been running around like nutters, trying to catch up and fit in everything that's all the opportunities that have come up. One of those opportunities was to pop up to London. I spent a bit of time in good company of a dear friend, or a new friend I should say, a gentleman called John Reynolds, who is a fantastic musician and a producer. He's been credited with relaunching Sinead O'Connor's career with her last album, How About I Be Me and You Be You. Well worth checking it out. He's fantastic behind the desk and a very good drummer as well. I got the opportunity to go up to London and takes a couple of my tracks up there from the new album and just to play him some stuff, and it's something that I always anybody would love to. It's a fantastic opportunity. It's always a good idea to try and play your music to as many people as you can. It's always a bonus if you can find people who are that much better than you and have done so much more in their careers, because that kind of advice is incredibly useful. I find it incredibly useful and revealing. And it was really, really good fun. We went up to his, like I say, his home studio, which is massive, 10 times the size of mine. And we just spent some time playing through 3 or 4 tracks. We played Where Do You Go When You Don't Fit In? I played him A Guiding Light, Saturday Night, and I can't remember the other one I played him. Yes, Everything. And I got the opportunity to jump on the piano and play through the beginning of Everything. And then sing a few parts to him as well, which is really, really good fun. Even though his piano was bang out of tune, or broken, I think. There was something wrong with one of the pedals. Anyhow, hammered it out, sounded fantastic. We had a mess around with recording some vocals for Where Do You Go When You Don't Fit In. I think he liked that tune a lot. It certainly made him sit up and listen when we played it. So he got out the Telefunken Classic microphone, this vintage, beautiful vintage, expensive microphone for me to sing into, and it sounded fantastic until for about 10 minutes I managed to get a couple of takes down, and then it stopped working, probably due to the fact that if you don't use a spit guard in front of microphones that old, they can sometimes short out. At least that's what I've learned. And I think that's what might have happened. So I might have gone to his studio to sing in this 10 grand microphone and broken it. I don't think it's completely broken. It just needs drying out. But yeah, hey ho, there you go. Lesson for me there. But anyhow, I'm sure it's okay. I'm sure we're okay. It didn't affect his appreciation of the music that I was playing and playing to him. So that's really good to hear from someone like that, who not only enjoyed the music but said to me, "Can send me what we call stem files, which are the individual tracks for the individual instruments." So that he can have a mix and a mess around. So we might actually get a mix back from him of one of the tunes at some point in time, which would be fantastic. I'd love to hear what a guy like that would do. This is a guy who he's mates with Eno, spends time with all of these fantastic legendary producers, is a legend in himself, obviously. So to be in his company and have him enjoy the music that I'm playing him from our little studio out here in Blighty, in the sticks, is a really nice, really, really positive sign, let's say that. So that's not the only thing that's been going on. We've had a couple of cool shows, one of which being at the Finsbury, which is in I believe Manor Park. Excellent venue, loads of potential. The promoter who's been there, Chris, has been there for a while now. He's just taken over managing the whole place, which is great because he's a real music fan. Puts on some fantastic evenings, and they have a great sort of I suppose it holds a couple of 100 size hall, which is fantastic acoustics, a high stage, which is always lovely because people watching you, looking down on people, great lighting rig, good engineers, everything that you need to make a really good show. And at the moment, certainly I should imagine up till the end of this year, possibly September time, because it's having a refurb in July, it's free to go and see bands. And this is a place that has fantastic artists. People like Ed Sheeran have been through there on the road to their success, as it were. So it's a real springboard for acts and an opportunity, if you're in a band, to sort of go up there, put your face about, meet Chris, give him some music and see if you can get yourself a gig there. because he's always looking for bands. And once you're in, you'll get opportunities to play there on a regular basis. So if you're good, obviously. So that's a really good thing. So we went up there. We played on when was it? Looking at my calendar, the bank holiday, first bank holiday in May, the Monday, at the Finsbury. We were in a live looping showcase, which is the first one of its kind that I've ever been in. So basically, all the artists were loopers or looping of one description or another, and it was good. It was good. I don't look at you slyly and say that it was good. It was interesting. One of the most interesting things was the fact that nobody was using any other instruments apart from, say, their guitar or their voice, and songs were built relatively slowly, or they didn't have much looping in them at all. So it was either someone performing on a guitar and looping maybe a vocal here and there, or it was someone looping everything and dropping in sounds, pre-recorded sounds, and then looping their voice over it. And I think when you do looping like that, you run the gauntlet, as it were, of taking 7-8 minutes to get your song going, 3 minutes of a build-up, before you actually start getting into the song. And it works for 1 or 2 songs, good to build an atmosphere. But if you've got a whole set of music like that, it can be pretty laborious. And we were there from about 3 and didn't perform until sort of 8:45. So you can imagine, after a while, it gets a bit tedious. But my show was good. It was a good experience. I played okay. I played good. Enjoyed the show immensely. I always enjoyed playing up there. Although it did feel kind of quiet on stage, but still, it was a good show. I suppose what's the word? It's a positive as well, because I'm yet to see anyone looping in the way I loop. I've seen some fantastic guys online, and I know of some fantastic legends, and I'll see if I can pull a few of them out and flash them across the screen for you to go and check out, who do looping with and they're very good musicians, so that they're looping they're very good on their instrument, and they use it in incredible ways. But I haven't seen anybody approaching it from the style of like I do, where you have a whole band. It's like the band's turned up, set up all their stuff, and then haven't come back. That's what it looks like when you see the stage when I'm playing. And being able to jump on all those different instruments to build your sounds and build your songs is still something that's very unique. I haven't seen anyone else doing that. So that's a fantastic plus for us. So if you haven't had a chance to come and see one of my shows, another good reason to come and see it, because at the moment I don't think there's anyone else who's doing quite what I'm doing, which is the multiple instruments looping. Anyhow, that's obviously a sign from the mighty above. My light has decided to invade my video blog, so I'm going to call it to an end and say there's loads of stuff coming up over the next coming weeks. Please check out the website, log in with Facebook, go onto our YouTube channel, check out new videos. There'll be more of those coming up as well. As you can see, all the instruments are out and microphones are out. The recording for the album is going crazy at the moment, and we've been very busy trying to ensure that all the demo, if you like, all the recordings of all the tracks is done by the end of May. I'm looking at my calendar. That's our deadline for recording all the tracks, and then we have June to mix and put the album together in a mixing mix it and see how the running order, all that kind of stuff comes up. And I'll do a vlog about that as well and talk to you about that when we get it up there, and start to drop in a few titles and a few ideas and some pictures and bits and pieces for what the album artwork's going to look like. So that's something that we can talk about next time I'm here in a couple of weeks. In the meantime, enjoy the music. Get out there and see as many live shows as you can. I'm going to be playing several shows, 3 or 4 shows in the next couple of weeks. So please go to my website and check out where we will be performing, and if you can make a performance, excellent. In the meantime, have a wonderful one. Enjoy the rest of the week, and I will catch up with you very soon on the next vlog. See you at one of the shows. Take care.